Hello everyone, this is Jennifer. You can't see me because I'm recording my screen on the computer. Okay, so this is for anyone who has any questions about homeschooling. This first video, I'm just going to talk about basics of getting started. This is a website where you can go to find the laws in your state, the HSLDA. You can look up the whole thing, look into getting a membership. I'm just going to do a shortcut right here to legal. You've got these. Click. Oh, I lost it. There we go. Okay. State homeschool laws. You click on that and you go to your state. You can either click on the map or you can do the drop down menu. So I'm just going to do Tennessee because that's where I am. You obviously go to your own state, or if you're moving and you want to know the laws of the state you're moving to, you can do that also. So, Tennessee homeschool law at a glance. No notice required. Oh, this is talking about this right here. Moderate regulation is what Tennessee has. Okay. These states in white, you do not have to notify anyone if you're going to be homeschooling. And in Tennessee, you don't have to notify the school, the public school. I'll get into that later. Okay. So there are 3 options for homeschooling. So we're going to look at that. Simple. I mean, walks you through everything. So actually, if you just want to turn mine off and go to that guy, you could, I guess. Okay. So you've got the compulsory school age in Tennessee. See, when do you need? Start at 6 and to 18. When I started, almost 20 years ago, the age was 6 to 17. So they have changed that. They changed a few things a few years ago. Okay. You can read through this. It tells you the different things. Okay, this is what it is. If they're homeschooled after they're 17, they can graduate early, whatever. Or if you just want them to get their GED. Okay. So, now let's go to, I'm going to go back. Okay. This time I'll use the little state. Okay. All right. Oh, it tells you right here. I just totally ignored that. Notification required. Yes, there is. But like I said, you don't have to notify the school board if you're just starting out, your child is 6 and they have not been in public school at all. You do not have to notify them. You register with an umbrella school, and actually the umbrella school will notify, and that way they won't be counted truant. The teacher qualifications are high school diploma. That's pretty much it. You can teach your child anything, basically. There are some umbrella schools are more strict than others. Some just want to know the subject. Some want to know the actual publisher of the curriculum and all of that. Okay, I want to get to they've actually changed this a little since the last time I looked at it. But this has so much information. There's even a form here that you can, if your child is already in public school, and you can print that out to send in. Okay. So there's 3 ways to homeschool. Okay. Okay, here we go. These are the 3 types of school. they call it an independent homeschool, but it's not an independent homeschool. I'm sorry, there's going to be people that argue with me. It is not independent. You still have to answer to the local school district. You tell them you're homeschooling, but you still have to give them stuff to prove that you are. Such as, here you go, attendance record. Where is it? It's on their website. There are standardized tests that they require you to take in public school. I'm sorry, that is not independent homeschooling. You're still answering to them. So they're not wording it correctly. But this is if you still want to use the public school system, but teach them at home, you can do that. And like I said here, high school diploma or G, that's the only requirements. So there's that. A church-related school, it can be an actual, there are actual churches that have Christian academies that they also operate as what we call an umbrella school, which means you're enrolled with them, but you're doing your school at home. But you have to do what they want you to do. It just depends on the school. You're supervised by them. Okay. This one, all of this information. This is what we call an umbrella school that's not associated with a particular church. The umbrella school that we use is simply just an umbrella school. They will notify the local school board and tell them, this child is enrolled in our academy or school or whatever they call it. They will have, ours in particular has a website where you can keep it's part of their website where you can keep the subjects, their grades, the attendance all in one place. They will issue a high school diploma. It is just as legal as any other diploma. Our daughter has one from this particular umbrella school, and she had no problem using it to get into college. So if anyone's worried about that, there's no problem at all with that. Now, and speaking of umbrella schools, I'm not going to do the so-called independent homeschool. Church-related school, I will show you one that we used to use when we first started out. This one is physically located in Memphis, but someone else recommended this and we started using it. They're actually very good. We didn't have an issue with them until we got into high school, and then they've improved a lot now, but at the time they didn't have very many. They just had a few curriculum that they had researched. So we had a different one, and we had to send it in and say, well, not like physically send it in, but send them the name of the curriculum and say, hey, is this okay to use? And they looked at it and said, yes, that's fine. So they've added a lot of curriculum that they recommend over the years. One of the things that they have, here's one that what are they? The electives. That one's a hard one to get. I don't know what you would actually call it. They just don't have a lot of suggested curriculum. If you want to do something that's not normal, that people don't normally do as an elective, then you have to find your own curriculum, and then you have to send them the name of the book, the name of the publisher, and everything, and ask them if that's something that they would approve. So that was one of the hang-ups that we had, and that's why we switched. And the other one was, at the time, I don't know if they changed it. No, they didn't. You also have to take the ACT or SAT in order to get a diploma, I believe, unless they changed that part. So They might have changed that because I don't see it here. So anyway, so this one is considered a church-related school because it is a church. They have an academy, and then they offer the umbrella resources for homeschoolers all over the state of Tennessee, and also in, I believe, Alabama and Georgia, maybe. So that is an example of that one. An example of the one that, like, this is the umbrella school that we use. Came right up, as you can see. Get on there quite a bit. So this one is just strictly an umbrella school. There's not a brick and mortar school or academy attached to this one. They have a lot of recommendations on here, curriculum recommendations. There's college recommendations. Let me see. Let me go to high school. High school is the biggest thing because you have to have those. My mind is just not working right now. Credits. You have to have so many credits in certain subjects. So that's the one where you really have to keep good records, and they help you with this a lot. There's their code for college. There's some prep test. One of the things with homeschooling, getting your driver's license, you have to have a form from your umbrella school or the public school if you go that route that they have to give to the DMV in order to get their permit. So that's a thing in there that you can do. Here's the credits that you need to graduate. 22 credits. There's this particular ones right there of the subjects you have to take, and then there's 5 to 8 or more electives. So, right, like I said, if you go with them, here's a login that you would log in, and you can see that there's the records of the attendance, the credits that you take, and all of that. And then, like I said, they do give a diploma, a Tennessee high school diploma. It is just as good as if you went to your local public school. So that's all I'm going to do for that. I'll do some more later, getting more into some other things, curriculum and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments or whatever. That's all.